Oh man, we live, baby. We live. We lit, baby. We lit. Oh, sugar. Early morning show for you guys who are tuning in from the Sarnetta studios and coming over here to the UK platform, the Titans TV platform. All right. So right now I'm introducing our American brothers. We're gonna have a nice conversation. So if you're just tuning in now, please hit up the like button. Let everybody know that we're live right now on Titans TV, and we're having an almost American versus UK conversation, clickbait-ish. I really just want to have a conversation with my American brothers, see where they stand, see what they're teaching, and kind of learn from them as well. So, my good brother, who got a brilliant introduction by brother Reggie, Top Cats, talk to me, King.
Peace. Turn it one time. Legendary Top Cat, American Indian, Kasadi Nation. Come from a family of chiefs, chieftain bloodline, and also author of 4 books.
Okay, all right, that's amazing. All right, so you know, it seems, are you part of the Dane Calloway camp? I'm trying to understand what's going on uh, in that respect.
Dan Calloway. He have his own brand. I
Mhm.
came years later. I'm kind of the new kid on the block, but now I have my own. We call it Big Chief University.
Okay. So is your, I don't want to say your mission or your message, is your message that, Americans are native to, Black Americans are native to America?
Well, I wouldn't say all Black Americans, but I would say majority of Black Americans have American Indian heritage. Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to speak for everyone because my methodology is for you to speak for yourself, for you to understand your own story. And so I would ask, I wouldn't generalize for everyone.
Okay. All right. So, you know, you was speaking earlier on. I think a couple of other brothers was jumping on to speak on how do you authenticate or verify that you are of Native American heritage. And for me, I take a person based upon their word. I don't have any need to disbelieve where they say they're from or their heritage. So I don't know. Talk to me on that. So
Well, for as on the heritage, well, I feel like everyone in the world come from someone, and so we all have a bloodline. Through that bloodline, we have a story, the greatest story never told. In the case of a lot of indigenous people, or quote unquote melanated people, um, but now you have a story, and so you are who your family are, and I feel it's that simple. So what we do is genealogy, where we actually create family trees and we trace our family history through records, what we can see, what we can prove, so we can trace the migrations, so we can understand our story more better.
so you do use DNA, right?
Um, my family use DNA, but that's not a go-to.
Hmm.
We use what we call genealogy, what we use through records, such as birth certificates, death certificates, marriage records, military records, things of this sort, land deeds, things of these sorts.
I, Hey, see, I don't even have no argument with that. Um, I don't have no argument with that. I can say, yeah, there's nothing to argue with that. So, like, what is going on in America then? Because it seems to be that there is an argument with certain individuals are Native Americans or not, and your methodology seems to be quite firm. There can't be no debate with that. If someone claims to be of Native American heritage and then backs it up with let's say a chart based upon the census within the country, based upon land deeds, and then even if you now took on a supplementary DNA to show that you go back or you have this markers of Native American, I don't see where the argument quite possibly is.
Well,
But
let me say this. I do want to say this. It wouldn't be Native Americans. We'll be American Indian. Native Americans and American Indians, they'll be two different people. So
okay,
Native Americans would be more of would it be your Mongoloid or Asiatic looking people. Whereas the American Indians will be your melanated people here, the original people of the land.
okay. So I want to know then, because for me, I don't have a problem with American Indians, and black people. I don't have no argument with that. My thing is when there is a denial of the African slave trade, where West Africans were taken and brought over to the Americas, and then to deny that there is a black African presence, and it's only a American Indian or Native Indian or Native American presence. That's where I kind of like think, how? Show me that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you that question. Is there any African, do you have any West African heritage in your family?
No, sir. And I don't think the argument is that the slave trade didn't happen and that makes us all American Indian, because all melanated people in America aren't American Indian. There were more melanated people brought here from Europe than there were from Africa. And that's where your population of melanated people added on with the indigenous population here will come from. As far as the African story in North America, I think the primary source would be the people. And once we can identify the people who got off the boats, so we can tie them to their descendants that are living today, I think that story would be missing the primary source, which would be the people.
So when you said melanated Europeans, can you clarify on that? Can you identify who these melanated Europeans are?
Oh, yeah, sure. Europe was ran by melanated people forever. At the time of 1492, the Columbus expedition, at the time of the Alhambra decree, the Moors and the Jews who put out the Iberian Peninsula. You had even with the 1619 story, 1603 King James united the crown. May 14, 1607, they came to Virginia. 1619, they built the colony. This King James is King James of the Bible. This is James Stewart the First. His family.
So you're saying King James was a melanated person?
Oh yes, sir, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. He was the Stewart family. His son ruled, which would be Charles. At that time, you had the civil wars in Europe. Oliver Cromwell, which you asked, did we do DNA? If I was to go on my DNA, he is actually on my chart, Oliver Cromwell.
And you're saying also Oliver Cromwell is a melanated European?
Well, I didn't say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I never looked into that. But if I was to, if I was to take an educated guess off my research, I would, of course, without a shadow of doubt, he would be a melanated European. It was only melanated people in power at that time. So you from Europe, so the kingdoms, if we go through, well, do you know anything about the history of where you're from?
Yeah, we get taught English history, we get taught European history, but this to me is brand new news to say that these individuals were melanated. Okay, so we're gonna have to define what you mean by melanated.
Well, I mean black European. I mean, look like you. Yeah. When we talk about the 13 colonies, when we talk about
let me say this here to the family in the comment section right now, right? Yeah. You see me. Yeah. I am a very open-minded individual. Okay. I'm not going to say no to somebody and I'm not going to say yes to somebody. Okay. Even though this to me, I'm going to tell you how it sounds to me. Yeah. Yeah. Listen well. Very well. This one here doesn't sound this sounds fanciful to me. I can't lie. I'll tell you straight away. Yes, 100%. This sounds fanciful to me. Okay. But I'm not ignorant. So if the brother can provide me evidence here that this is, serious, then I'll take this serious. I'm not here to just dismiss a person straight away. I'm here to listen and maybe I can learn something. So, anytime the brother wants to put forward some information to back up the claim that King
we'll
James
start off here.
and these other Europeans were melanated, I'm here for it.
Let's do this here. The first king of England, right?
Mm-hmm.
First king of England was Prince Edward, right? The Black Prince. So we'll start with him since he's the first, and we'll follow his descendants. You familiar with Richard II?
Okay, I just want to go straight to King James. Can you give me anything? Can you give me something? Tell me what evidence.
Scotland Archives. You look in the Scotland Archives and you pull the portrait of King James up in Scotland.
So do you have it on you, or should I Google it right now?
Well, no, I don't have it right now. I can't pull it up right now.
Okay.
Scotland.
All right.
ScotlandArchives.org.
ScotlandArchives.org.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
So, family, we're gonna do this together.
You really think King James was a white boy?
You know what it is? Again, I haven't researched this, but as far as I know, these people.
He had a grandson.
White.
Okay, so he had a son named Charles I, who was murdered, during the Revolution. His son was Charles II, which is Charleston, South Carolina, named after. He's called the Black Boy King. Okay, you want to pull that one up? The Black Boy
Scotland.
King.
Let's keep Scotland Archives. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see ScotlandArchives.org.
Put King James. Put ScotlandArchives.org.
Scottish Archives, because we got Scottish Archives right here. Is this the one? ScottishArchives.org.
You have to put King James on it, brother. Let them know what you're looking for.
Let me put King James, right?
King James Stewart.
Let's say we're gonna look for an image.
Click on images. Put Black King James in there, bro. You're
gonna have to give me. James, nah, I'm not doing Black King James. You're gonna have to give me something. So this picture here, right? Okay. So which picture we going for?
Hold on, go back. You just said it was. If you go back, it was the first picture, right there. Can you put it up? Is there a way you can make it larger?
Yeah. Okay. Let me just cite the source first, right? So right here we have from the Natural Portrait Gallery, King James I of England and the 6th of Scotland. Okay. Let me go down here a bit more. This is the reference collection. So, for my family who's watching us on Titanstv right now, they love the sources, the citations, so they themselves can go back and actually do the research. Okay. So you're saying this image here is King James, who is a black man, melanated black man, correct?
Yes, sir. According to Scotland sources, yes, sir.
Okay. So this right here, and you said like myself. So I would say, if we're going to say with Africoid features, right? Or phenotypical.
I wouldn't throw Africoid in there because King James never been to Africa.
Okay. No, I'm saying Africoid in terms of appearance and features.
Yeah,
when you're saying
melanated,
Okay, so in terms of like curly, let's just start with curly hair.
Yeah,
Let's
but I
start with the
wouldn't
top
call it
division.
African though, because most
No
Africans
problem.
don't have curly hair.
Okay, so phenotypically, does he have curly hair?
I don't know, brother. I don't know what curly hair mean, man.
So does he have kinky curly hair?
Mexicans
Does his hair
have curly
coil?
hair.
Does he have
Yeah,
the dominant features of the hair texture? Yes or no?
I don't know, brother. I don't know.
Okay,
I wasn't
so
his
does he have?
hairstylist. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, does
But
he
what we can
have
do is,
phenotypically brown skin, dark brown
yes,
skin,
sir,
deep
yes,
brown
sir.
skin?
He would be what they
Okay,
call swarthy. Yes, sir.
okay. So, but now this is the question I'm going to ask you: does the picture? Okay, you're saying this is your evidence, right? Does the picture depict what you're stating?
Wow.
Because for me, if I look into the picture, okay, the portrait, sorry, I can see straight wavy hair, which is
So
not
you gotta be
clearly
nappy
featured.
head in order to be.
No,
Come
no,
on, brother. My hair not nappy.
I'm simply saying, if we're
When
gonna
you
say
had hair, brother, I know your hair wasn't nappy. Man. You ain't walking around with a nappy head, did you?
so, and then from this image itself, right? Like what
Let's go through
features
more of
would
his.
it?
Let's go through more of the family. How about
No,
we
no,
go through more of the family?
I'm asking what features of this, because this is your first source, right? What feature right here would say to you this is a melanated person? And I need to know what the definition of a melanated person is, because from what I'm assuming, you're talking about a deep brown skinned person.
Well, I ain't gonna say he was
I was
extra
assuming yet
black.
again,
I don't know, but what I would say is
I
this
was
is a
assuming he
depiction.
had phenotypically negroid features or Africoid features,
So
which
he
would
that
be,
like a white boy to you? Be honest, that
in,
like a white boy?
if I was to say, is this an imagery of a phenotypical European or a phenotypical Asian or a phenotypical African, I would say this looks to me as a phenotypical European out of those
Black
three
European, right?
classifications.
I agree, black European.
You have to
How
give me,
about
you
hold
have
on?
to
Let's go to
define,
let's do this.
help me
Let's go to his
define Black European to me,
black
and then I'll
people
go with you.
that from Europe. I mean from yeah, black people that are from Europe that
Okay, so do
originate in
you know
Europe.
any black people from Europe today that we can say this is what we're talking about? This is a black European, and then does King James look like this black European person? I'm
Well,
good
I
to do
don't know.
that
We have to
comparison.
find his descendants. You know, I
No,
mean, I'm
because
sure if I walk down the streets of London, I'm not gonna necessarily find someone who look like you, unless you have like what's that, a twin or a duplicate or something like that. But yeah,
when you
you're
make
not necessarily gonna
when
walk down the street and find everybody gonna look like you.
when you make a statement of black European, right? Therefore, you've got a categorization or a depiction in your mind of what a black European
No,
looks like.
because
So
everyone don't look alike. So I wouldn't
okay.
have one. I wouldn't generalize, right? You know, everyone's individual. So
Because
no, I wouldn't do
for
that.
me, okay, I'm gonna speak on myself then, right? When I think of a West African or an East African, I would think of, okay, there is the typical Bantu features or sub-Saharan African features, which would be dark skin, dark skin, curly hair, thicker nose or broad nose, sorry, thicker lips, etc.
But who
Whereas
told
on
you
the
that?
East African, hold on. I'm not saying this is actual factual. I'm saying to you, when I think of West African, these are the phenotypical features that I associate with West African. And if I think about East African, there is a deep brown melanated skin, but a lighter tone, most probably. They may have slightly less coilier hair than the West African. They might have more aquiline features than the West African. Okay, those will be that would be my two phenotypes that I can say, okay, this is what West African generally looks like and an East African generally looks like. I'm not saying this is an actual universal. I'm just saying in my mind, this is where I may go.
Right, in your
So
mind. No,
for
I
you,
understand that.
I'm asking in terms of a melanated European, right? where does your mind go? Can you give me a depiction, a categorization of what you perceive it to be? I'm not to say that this is actual facts or this is just permanent. Where does your mind go so I can actually see and follow
Well,
your
it'll
answer?
be on an individual basis. Like earlier, I told you, first glance at you have strong Black European features. One indicator of Black European genes is that for some reason y'all lose y'all hair a lot faster. In y'all 20s, y'all hairline starts to decrease. That's my number one indicator of a Black European. Things like that.
Because most, let me say, for English people who are Black in this country, we trace ourselves back outside of this country. Most of us would only say that we arrived in this country, and I'm not saying that there wasn't other Africans within the country prior to the 1960s, right? I'm just saying most of us would trace our lineage or our heritage back from the 1960s to different places in West Africa, East Africa, the Caribbean islands, etc. We know that we either come from Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, or we know we come from Ghana, Nigeria, Sudan, Sierra Leone. We know where we come from. Okay, we know that we didn't originate in this country.
Did you come? Did you leave Africa?
Yeah, we know that we came here from the 1960s onwards.
Okay, so
most
in America,
Black
they had
people know this.
Okay, so before 1960, there were no Black people in Europe.
I'm speaking specifically on the UK, right? Because Europe is a whole continent.
Well, UK. Okay? Let's speak about
specifically UK. in the UK, right? There were Black people that came over during the time of the Second World War, the First World War, and so forth, right? There is even more evidence that throughout the courts and so forth, there were Black people that came over from, Nigeria and other places who were nobility that came over, or they were musicians and so forth that came over. But these are the minorities in terms of the broad masses of Blacks in this country who I'm assuming, again, I need you to clarify, who I'm assuming you classify as Black Europeans, right? We are Europeans or people from the UK that are Black. We come from all around Africa, and we come from all around the Caribbean. Okay,
well,
so when you say Black European, that terminology doesn't necessarily exist, because we are Nigerians, we are Ghanaians, we are
not everyone. There's some people who've been in
these different groups,
but that don't apply to everyone. That's why I say I wouldn't generalize, because everyone gonna be on the individual case. Everyone don't have the same story, especially if you don't have the same parents. And so what has happened is we've been taught to be to generalize and be classified and seen as one, when in actuality there's a lot of differences inside of us. Now, we understand the UK in the immigration in 1965, they signed the peace. Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Peace Corps. JFK signed the Peace Corps. Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Immigration Act that brought over Asians and also Africans. So we got our large migrations of Africans. Today, there'll be second and third gens today. So I understand that part of history. But are you familiar with, like I asked, the Black Prince, King Edward the First, King of England, was a Black man. Also with King James, he had a grandson named the Black Boy King. Are you familiar with him? Have you ever heard of the Black Boy Inn, a pub around London?
I'm pretty sure I've heard of this.
The Black Boy Inn. Okay, the Black Boy Inn is the people who stood up for the stewards, what they're called the Jacobites. So to show honor to them, they were named the Black Boy Inn. In 2020, they changed the name BLM, ended up changing the name to the Restoration of Charles. But the Black Boy Inn was the name of Charles II.
My bro, I just want to stick on Peace Babylon. Give me 1 second. I just want to stick on, right? I don't want to jump anywhere, because you made a claim about King James, right? And again,
right, and now I'm talking about his grandson, so I'm not jumping. I'm talking about his grandson.
Yeah, more time, we jump a lot around the place. I'd rather stick to the one point instead of the arguments going left and right. The one point: King James was a black man. All right. We ask to substantiate that claim by providing us evidence. And I'm looking at the chat right now. Okay. And I'm looking at what their judgment was off what your claim was based upon your evidence. And based upon looking at that picture,
so
based upon that portrait itself, right? I can't say that this person was that based on that one portrait, because there's many portraits, but we're going to go with the strongest argument, right? With the strongest portrait that it may look, of melanated features. We could not see this person looking like he is of melanated, Africoid, Negroid features, or what a Black American feature may look like, or a person of African features or Caribbean features may look like, right? So again, I'm going to ask you to provide some evidence here to prove that King James was black man. Before you do that, let me just welcome in Babylon Don into the fray. And also, Family Tree, if you are enjoying the conversation so far, you already know what to do, man. Smash up the like button. What's going on, family? Show some love. Let everybody know that we're live right now on Titanstv, early morning show, right? Over in America, it's late at night, so please, show some love, man. Hit up the like button. And of course, if you want to join the conversation, the link is pinned to the top of the YouTube, so you can come in via that angle. Babylon Don, talk to me, King.
Hey, I just want to know, Kalam L, if you would pull up and peace, Top Catz. I don't apologize or nothing like that, but bro, I got to show you something. So, Brother Kalam, if you could, bro, pull up this specific words: Mary of Scots, daughter of King James, images. Mary of Scots, daughter of King James, images. Mary of Scott was taken care of by the Black Queen, right, of France, called Catherine Medici. But this is going to show you all of the Stuart family if you see those images. The Tudors and the Stuarts. Now, you show the people those images of those people, it's a wrap for King James and his sons. Everybody will show up on that.
So there we go. Images. Mary of Scott, daughter of King James, images, okay?
Yeah, images.
Okay. So with the images, we've clicked on it. Where do you want us to go? Which one is it that you want us to see?
You can look at any of them. We saying that he black or white. We just do the lookership. Just look at the pictures and read. We ain't got to be directed to nothing. There's thousands of pictures up there. That's his daughter. Look at where they registered at in museums. There's going to be pictures of King James from museums, from the Britannica, from encyclopedias. It's going to tell you where the dude from and what he is and what he look like. And what his daughter look like. Now, a black man, let's go.
Okay. Let's see if I can pull this up, because this is from the Britannica right here. Let's stop sharing, share this tab instead. Okay, so this is from the Britannica. Love to see the source material though. Let's see over here. Mary II, detail of an oil painting after William Wissing in the Natural Portrait Museum. Image courtesy of the Portrait Gallery, London. We're just gonna click that, make it larger for you guys to see it. And over here. Okay. So what are we saying about this picture?
That's King James' daughter, right? So all you gotta do is go to any one of the other attestations of King James, and they have them in museums. Now you can scroll to a picture on the same page of King James himself that you should see at the same space of Britannica, and see what he looks like, and see what the museum or Britannica says what King James looked like. And then Top Cat can explain to us what because I think what happened is, well, I know what happened is, that's why I made the reference to the Black Queen of France and things like the Huguenots and the Moors. They take all of that and tie that into meaning that King James being tied to Catherine because he was going to marry Catherine, the Black Queen of France, who was originally of the Medici family. He was supposed to marry her twice, but didn't because of his demonology and his homosexual activity. She was taking care of real business in France, so he never did. But he finally sent over his daughter, Mary of Scots, for her to take care of. Now, anybody can look up a video on YouTube called A Black Queen. It's an excellent documentary to explain everything that I'm trying to tell you. It talk about the invention of the gun, the first time a gun, the invention of the printing press, and who did it, the Huguenot. And it explains all these things. And then it goes into detail about King James, his life, what he was doing in England, how he became King James, and what she was doing to become Catherine.
So, according to my Lookership scholarship, right, both images of Mary looks very much so phenotypically European. The image of King James in this particular picture looks phenotypically European. So I want to know, my good brother, could you please, give me something to say why you believe these people were melanated black or black Europeans? Could you give me something that backs up your claim?
Yes, sir. So, like I started off with, we'll start with the first king of England. Why? Because bloodline is important. So we're gonna follow the bloodline. After him, you're gonna have Richard II is gonna come in. Richard II is gonna be too young to rule. So John the Gun is gonna rule. All right. John the Gun is gonna pass the throne to his son, which will create what will be known in history as the War of Roses. After the War of Roses, you'll have the Tudor family will come in. The last Tudor was Queen Elizabeth the First. Queen Elizabeth the First also was a melanated woman. I can source that up as well. Her mother, her mother, Anne Boleyn, was a melanated woman. They just depicted her on the TV show. They got a lot of controversy because they depicted her as a black queen. They even have coins in Europe of Anne Boleyn. And so from her cousin is going to rule, which is going to be the steward, which is going to be James I. When we go through their bloodline, he has a grandson named Charles II, who's called the Black Boy King. Again, they even have statues of this guy in Europe. And Henrietta Maria, anyone, if you just type in the Black Boy King, Charles II, it'll show a depiction of him. Well, after he got ran off the throne, his brother James, they put his daughter on the throne, and William of Orange is gonna marry his daughter, Mary. She's gonna die, her sister's gonna rule, and then it's gonna go over to their cousins out of France. All right. So that what's up?
I'm gonna rate you. Can I just applaud you and rate you for your knowledge of European and British history. I can't lie. That's amazing. Nice.
No, bro. No, the War of Roses wasn't started by Gun. It was started by the Yorks and the Lancasters because the Lancasters didn't want to marry into the York family because of hemophilia and a blood disease. Okay,
brother, Richard II. Okay, who were the kings at that time?
Okay, then you said King James I. Then you didn't mention why he became King James VI. So how did he become King James VI?
Because he united the crowns in 1603, brother.
Okay, then.
Come on, man. What's going on?
Okay, then. So how did Richard follow King James when King James ruled?
King James. Richard came before King James, bro.
Richard okay, so then who did you say follow? You said who did you say follow King James? No, don't ask me what I mean. We just talking. Who
His
did you
son
say
Charles
followed
the
King
First.
James?
His son Charles the
Okay.
First, brother.
And then who followed him?
Charles the Second.
And then who followed him?
James Duke of York, the younger
I
brother.
don't remember all the Charleses in your first rundown. And you don't either.
Brother
You
Charles
saying
the
that
First got killed by the Protestants. He had his head chopped off. His son Charles the Second, the Black Boy King. His mama was Henrietta Maria from France. After he left the throne, his brother James took the throne. He tried to hide in France with his family. And after that, you get the Jacobite rebellion, 1715. You also get one 1745 that left out of France and came to Scotland with Prince Bunny. This would be James II grandson.
Top Cat, one last point. Top Cat, are you familiar with the letter J?
I'm familiar with the letter J, brother.
Okay, do you know what year the letter J came
brother,
into?
I don't do the fake conscious community pseudo history.
Okay, brother. No, let me give you the real history of this, cause King James was the king.
The real history because you don't know.
What can I talk? Can I talk, Top Cat? You don't need to tell me what I don't know. You just need to be quiet and let me talk. I'll let you say your piece.
The floor, brother.
Now, don't get sporty. All right, I got it. So we ain't have to even get like that. We could have just stayed chill. I'm just talking. I can't you asking you stuff. And now you trying to approach me like you some son of me. No, it ain't gonna happen.
Man.
So King James was you said 16 or whatever. I couldn't even hear you. But King James in 1565 incorporated the letter J. His original name was before it was James, it was Yaqub. 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 And that became James. Yaqub,
I guess he was a Jew too. I guess he was a Hebrew.
Listen, Top Cat, I'm gonna stop right here, bro, because you ain't got to do all that. Yaqub became James. And in 1565, he took the letter Y and incorporated the letter J. And that's when people first start using the letter J. So when you say Jacobites in 1700s and all of that, you're right. But those are not. Right. That's after 1500s. That's 1700s. That's after the letter J. That's already been. So that's after the letter J. I'm talking now. So that's after the letter J. Okay, I ain't gonna overtalk you, but that's after the letter J, Top Cat. So the only thing you write about is that you killed yourself at your own source, because it's after the letter J. And if his name is go ahead, bro. Don't beg me. Don't beg me. You don't get that,
brother. Stop it. All right.
Family tree. Yeah, again, hold up. One second, King. Family tree. I don't know, man, because you see me, yeah. It's early mornings, yeah, and we're here. It's late early mornings in America as well, and we're here and we're giving you this dialogue. We're only going to be here for not so much longer. Family, man, show your love, show your support. If you're not going to support us here via the Cash apps, you're not going to support us via the super chats, right? If you're not going to do that, at least you can share the link with somebody that you know. The least you can do is hit the like button. Just smash up the like button. Let people know that we're live right now on Titanstv, that you're enjoying the show. Come on, family, man. Show some love, man. Really engage with this show. I'm loving it as well. So, big up to you guys who are dropping the messages and comments in the comment section. If you would like to gain my attention, simply tag Titanstv at Titanstv and then drop your message or your comment so I can read it out live on screen, or I can pin it up also. Okay, continue.
Okay, I wanted to source up
You wanted to source up? Go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to share my screen. Hold on. All right, let me do it. Let me do it now. All right, first off, I wanted to kill the whole Jacobite situation. So we'll prove that they also. So right here, this book, you like sources, the Jacobite gleaning from state manuscript, the sketches of the transportation in 1745. Now this is the Jacobite rebellion, 1745. Now the prisoners who were taken are going to be recorded. So you know how Africans always saying they ain't no records, but the Europeans kept a lot of records. The same companies had the ports in Africa, so I'm trying to figure out why would they record keep on one side and not the other. But anyway, anywho, so here goes some of the
I can
passages.
answer
Right?
that for you.
Nah, never mind.
I know you want to hear it. I know
I know
exactly. Go
if
ahead.
you don't know what tribe you're from Africa, I don't want to hear it.
Go ahead.
So right here,
Go
we'll go
ahead.
through the names, right? So it have the names, the age, the profession, the county, the statute, and remarks, right? So Robert Allen, he was 18, he was a labor. Sterling, he was 5'1", he was brown, smooth face. Now right here, I just wanted to go down brown complexion. What all of these people, these are the captures. Brown complexion, brown ruddy, black ruddy, brown, black, brown, brown, black. Come on, stop it. So these are black Europeans. This is who I'm talking about when I say black Europeans. Now those people got taken to the islands, Jamaica. A lot of them fled to Jamaica. A lot of the Highlanders and stuff. That's why the Jamaicans are feeling irie. That's why they have one of the largest cultures in Jamaica, because through those rebellions, a lot of those people went over to Jamaica. The largest and richest slave owners were black slave masters in Jamaica. That's why you have so many of their surnames there. Last source I show. So right here, meet the Black Prince, England's first black king. All right, this is Elwood. And so we can follow his genealogy and find his descendants and see who they trace to. And you said that the War of Roses wasn't started, didn't come through John the Gun's son, and his cousin. Come on, bro. You don't even know
That's right.
European history.
I said, okay,
Yeah,
now
you can't prove
you
it.
addressed me. You addressed me, so can I address you back? Can I at least respond? I
Yeah,
said
sure.
that war. I said that the War of the Roses was started between the Yorks and the Lancasters because the Lancasters did not want to marry the Yorks because of hemophilia, and the Lancasters moved to Louisiana and started
Move to
Louisiana.
Louisiana. See, you
They
don't even
was
know what
they,
you,
they, they were
brother.
there.
We calling it too. We talking about two different
They were
situations.
there. They were there around the time of Napoleon and all of that.
Lord have mercy.
Anybody, anybody could Google what I'm saying. That the Lancasters were in Louisiana. They
Can
owned
I share my
territory and
screen?
property in Louisiana,
Let me know if you can
and
see
they
my
fled
screen.
to America because they didn't want to marry the Yorks
Can y'all see
due
my
to a blood.
screen? So the War of Roses, 1455, 1487. All right, these were civil wars for the English throne. All right, the wars were fought between supporters of two rival cadet branches. You had the Plantagenets, the Lancasters, and the York. Now,
Oh
here go
boy.
King Henry right here. Okay, here go Edward the Third. Here go King Henry. All right, and so they're gonna go through some of the battles, but the war was because Richard II was too young to rule. John of Gaunt, his uncle, ruled. The power went down to his son, and Richard and his cousin fought for that
Can you
power.
show us? Can you show us? Could you just show a screen? Could you just look up the Yorks and the Lancasters by
Nah, bro,
themselves?
you talking about
Or just
Louisiana,
look up
bro.
the
We talking about a civil war in Europe.
Okay.
You talking
no,
about
no, we
Okay.
ain't talking about that.
Louisiana, man.
Look up the War of the Roses.
All right. All right. Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. That's all right. I just have to mute everybody so I can actually just jump in. So we've got 15 minutes left of the show. Let me know. Are you enjoying the show? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know. Just type in yes or one that you're enjoying the show. Yeah. Let me know. I just want to feel what the crowd is saying right now. Number two. I'm lost in the source personally, because I know we originally started on, the Native Americans or the American Indians, We started on that conversation. We started on that my good brother, Top Catz, can trace his lineage back to the American Indians and so forth, right? We was good with that. He was showing that he can do it through the family tree, the records in terms of birth and death records, in terms of land deed ownerships and so forth, right? And I think some people in the family has also done DNA tests, so we can trace it back via that methodology. Okay, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm down with it, right? The brother makes also a claim that certain people from the UK, he goes back to, according to a certain something. I'm cool, I'm good with it. The brother then makes a claim about king, these various different kings being of black descent, or black European descent. I didn't see any substantiation of those claims personally. If you did,
the first black king of let me share my screen.
Right, so we're gonna do it one more time. We're gonna jump on that. Yeah. Let's just say first of all, King James. Was it King James that you showed? King James.
Well, I didn't show King James. You pulled up a picture of King James.
I pulled it up based upon your Google recommendation, right?
It wasn't. We didn't find the source. We just went by what was on the screen.
So from that, we couldn't substantiate your claim that King James was a black person, right? Now we're going to go into the second one. This is where we really going to go into right now. We're going to go into the second claim, the first king, which is who? King Edward?
Yes, sir.
King Edward. Okay. So now your thing is going to prove that King Edward was and I need you to just clarify, what do you mean by melanated European or black person? Like, what do you mean? Give me a phenotypical features
brother, a black person we know what a black person is, bro.
Okay, so anybody like we can see in the Americas, basically. Let's go with the Americas because anybody,
right. You have a lot of black
resembling somebody within the Americans,
right? You have a lot of black Europeans in America.
Okay, so let's go. Let's see if we can clarify this claim, substantiate this claim. So here it is right now. You're showing us here. This picture is Edward. Who is he?
This is the Black Prince. He's the first black king. Okay, and he is yeah. So
I want to know, is he a prince or is he a king? Which one? So I can have some clarification.
He was a prince. He became a king.
Okay, so he became a king. All right, go ahead.
All right, so through the family, we gonna get Richard II. All right.
No. Stop. This is not what we're gonna do. Brother? We're gonna because we have to substantiate number one. Yeah, that Edward is a black man. We can't be going down the family tree.
Yeah, brother, you gonna have to give me something
no. So Edward, can you give us his title and a source that we can go and look up to find
the source right
his
here.
ethnicity?
You can look up you can type in the Black Prince King Edward.
Okay, Edward of Woodstock. Let me type in Edward of Woodstock. Okay. Edward of Woodstock.
And I'm gonna prove Babylon done wrong too.
Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen.
I like that. I can't do it.
Nah, I'm gonna teach you tonight. It's cool. I'm finna go to bed though, but I'm gonna teach you before I go to bed.
Okay. So earlier on we went through Britannica. His title is, according to Britannica, he is Edward the Black Prince. Okay, an English prince. Edward the Black Prince, also called Edward of Woodstock, Prince d'Aquitaine, Prince of Wales, Duke of Cornwall, Earl of Chester. Okay, and it will continue. This says he's a prince though, and he's also a duke. I don't see the king, but where he's a king. But let me continue. It shows you when he was born, June 15th, 1330, Woodstock, Oxfordshire, and died June 8th, 1376. Son and heir of Edward II of England, and one of the outstanding commanders during the 100-Year Wars, winning his major victory of the Battle of Poitiers. His sobriquet, said to have come from his wearing black armor, has no contemporary justification, and is found first in Richard Grafton's Chronicle of England in the 1568. Okay, so
look at that. Black armor is the key word. Black armor.
Man, I don't know.
So
White boy renegade. Because he had black
So-
armor, right? I'm sure.
one.
Sure. Right.
So
right,
one.
Right,
So hold on. Because this is what we're doing. Yeah, we're bringing up. You've made mention of this particular individual. You said that he was a king. We find out that he was not a king. He was a prince and the heir
right.
to the
Of King
throne,
Henry.
and he was
King
also
Henry.
a Jew.
His daddy was a king.
Okay, cool. So that's number one. So we can't. So we didn't substantiate the first claim that he is a king, right? Number
His
two,
daddy
you
was a
said that
king. He's a prince.
you said that he
King
was
Henry.
a black man. Hold
Yes,
on. You said that he was a black man as the Americans. Over here, the Britannica says nope. He's sobriquet, said to have come from his wearing black armor. That's where his names comes from. Hold on. Has no contemporary justification, and is found in Richard Grafton's Chronicle of England, 1568. Okay, so this is where the name comes from. So can you provide any evidence to the contrary that his name does not come from the fact that he wore black armor?
Man, stop it. Come on, man. Really?
Go
A
ahead.
white boy called himself the Black Prince because at night he put a black suit on like Batman. Are you serious? Come on, man. We gotta do better than this, bro.
So
We have to
is
do
there
better.
anything that you could provide that
Yes, sir, brother. His
counteracts
bloodline.
this?
Yes, sir. His bloodline. His bloodline.
His bloodline.
They do the same thing with the Black Queen. They say she black just because.
I'm gonna need
Prove it
something,
to us.
man.
Prove it's
I'm trying here. I'm on your side,
Brother,
yeah, in
you
the sense
you
that
read a Britannica. It left
Mhm.
it at that.
So what else? What else would you like us to read?
Okay,
Or go
so he had a son. His son was Richard II. All right, now
No. I don't want to go anywhere else yet, but this
come on,
particular
bro.
individual.
Hold on. Let me prove Babylon wrong real quick, because he said the war didn't start because of that. So John the Gun came in. They go John the Gun tree, right? Now you had Henry of England. All right. Now this gonna be his boy. Now this is gonna lead to the War of Roses. Why Henry, son of John the Gun, himself son of Edward III. John the Gun was powerful in England, and his nephew was Richard II. During the reign of Richard II, he was too young though, so John ruled. So his son ended up getting it. Richard, took him from the throne, and this is what led to what is termed the War of Roses, brother. All right, it's not about what you said. You said something about, I don't know what you said, something crazy, something wild. Why the war happened, bro? Nah, man. I'll say this here. I don't feel like, and there's no disrespect. I hope y'all don't take no disrespect. I think y'all need to learn European history first in order to have the conversation, because I think y'all not even starting off with a foundational understanding on what's even taking place. You don't know the characters in the stories. You don't know the wars, the time period, and I really don't think y'all qualified to have this. Maybe it's a little too advanced. No, I'll be honest. Maybe it's too advanced.
Okay. All right. Family tree. Okay. We've got literally 5 more minutes left of this show. Okay. Brother Top Cat, if it's possible, add me on Facebook, or I can drop my email in the private chat. I'm going to need to do the artwork of this show. So if you can give me a nice
I don't
picture
have
of
Facebook.
yourself.
You have Instagram?
Yeah, I've got Instagram. So my
maybe
Instagram, I'm going to drop it inside of, actually, it's going to be the YouTube. It might be in the YouTube section.
You just tell
so
me.
it's Kalam, underscore EL.
Spell it for me.
KALAM. Yeah, KALAM underscore EL. And you can find me on Instagram, and then hook up me on there.
Wait, KALAN underscore EL.
M. Yeah. And then you'll find me on there. You say
you're not a Moor? How did you get the name L?
That's a long story.
So you used to be a Moor.
I would say that.
So you don't know who you. So how many?
I know exactly.
How many schools have you been in?
I know exactly who I am. I've been.
I heard you arguing about Kemet over there. Are you commissioned by chance? Do you have any Egyptian ancestry by chance?
I don't claim any Egyptian ancestry. So, family tree. So I'm gonna get your images up so we can create a nice what's it called? Thumbnail. London, do you want to come in on the thumbnail as well, or you're good to go? Or you're all right?
Nah, that nigga ugly. He gonna ain't nobody gonna watch it.
But I'm good, especially next to Top Cat, bro. But listen though, Top Cat, you one of the funniest dudes ever, bro. I can't even beef with you. Everything you said, like your whole spiel, your whole thing, bro. I'm gonna give you a soundbite. I'll take the L from Top Cat. That's on Babylon Done. I'll take the L tonight from Top Cat.
No problem, brother. I'll give you a proper burial.
Okay. So family tree, yeah. Let me know if you actually did enjoy this show. I do want to close out. We have a few more minutes left. If any of you guys would like to jump in real quickly, come on in. We're going to be here for a little bit after this. But yeah, as we say, when you come on Titans TV, the number one number one rule of the show is if you are truthful, then provide your evidence. We're not accepting any claims that's not supported with evidence. That's all we want, because otherwise we're going to be talking around the houses here for days to come. And I'm simply on that. Just show me it, give me source, so I can make up my own mind. I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong, and I'm not going to tell you that you're right until I've seen your sources. And that's all that there is for me.
Well, let me ask you something, brother L. Brother L, what is your source to the transatlantic slave trade?
My source to the transatlantic slave trade.
Oh wow! So your ancestors were victims of the transatlantic slave trade?
Your question is, what's my source for the transatlantic slave trade?
Right?
Right?
And you said yourself. Okay. I'm sure you.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I was. Yeah, because you said brother L, so I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, the question was for you. Yes, sir.
Yes, that's what I mean. So, my source for it, I would say that over here in the UK, we have in Canary Wharf, we have a transatlantic slave museum. Okay.
Wow. Do you have to pay to get in?
No. As far as I am aware, I actually taught there, and I didn't have to pay to get in, maybe because I was teaching, but I'm pretty sure that most museums,
I had to pay to get in.
Most museums in the United Kingdom are completely free, unless there is specific exhibitions. Okay. And in there, you can see the transatlantic slave records in terms of the written records of who's coming onto the ship, the cargo that's coming onto the ship, and from the different ports, how much they weigh, etc., etc.
What company would there be?
You have loads of companies. So I know the most famous is the East Indian Company or something like that. I can't remember the different names, right? But you have
are you saying that
the
East Indian Company transported slaves? Are you sure?
I'm not making that claim. I'm saying that there are many companies that were involved in the transatlantic slave trade. Okay,
you have India Company after 1660. They took over the Dutch ports, and it transferred from the Dutch West Indies Company, and the British had the Dutch East Indians. The East Indies Company.
So I just want to quickly just say that there is many material remains of that time period.
What about the people?
There is the literature of that time that lets you know what was going on, etc., etc., etc. So there are records there.
Wait a second. Who was writing this literature?
Sorry?
Who was writing this literature?
It would be the administration of the United Kingdom, the governments, the trade, etc., etc. You'll have to go there.
Do you have a person? Do you have a name, like someone I can look up?
No, I'm just giving you from the top of my head of what I can give you as a source.
Come on, man! You can find out. Don't bring it on Titanstv.
The source, exactly. The source is. Let me give it to you right now.
Let me just give it to you.
Hey, check this out though. Top Cats, you said that the largest slave owners were in Jamaica. I just want to help out with your argument.
I said the
You
largest
know,
slave owners, brother.
yeah, you said the largest and most wealthy are the richest slave owners
Plantation.
in Jamaica.
Well, niggas.
Huh?
Well, niggas.
We're in Jamaica, right?
Yeah,
Right.
niggas.
Okay. Okay, so I heard you what you said. You don't have to correct me and then don't correct me. Okay,
Babylon
only thing
done.
I want to say.
Babylon done.
Okay, Kalam, sorry.
Because I'm trying to close down the show, right? Yeah, I'm trying to close down the show. So I just want to just quickly give the listening audience, and we can continue this conversation off air. So anybody else who wants to join in can join in there. But if you would like to go to the museum itself, it's the Museum of London Docklands, Permanent London Sugar and Slavery Gallery. And over here, it is free. It's a free gallery. You can go in there and you can look around, and you can find all the information that you need as a source material about what took place within inside of the slave trade. So I'm not going to go into.
So this would be your
too much.
primary source to the transatlantic slave trade, a museum in London.
It has a collection of all the primary details in there.
So
Not
why ain't
all, but
nobody
let me
in
say
jail?
those details in there.
Why
Sorry.
ain't nobody got no reparation?
Hold on, my broski. I'm trying to close down the show, right? So we can continue this conversation off air.
Appreciate it. Now I'm gonna get
we
out
can
of here,
continue the conversation off air. All right. Okay. So family tree.
Top cat.
Family tree. Okay. We are now closing down the show. It's gone for an hour long, and I don't want to spend here too much time. Again, as I say, just provide the evidence, man. That's all I'm going to do, man. That's all we're here for, is to provide the evidence, and then we can actually have an informed and educative discourse. If you enjoy these shows, again, all I ask you to do is hit the like button, show your love and support. But right now, I'm closing down the show. If you would like to join us, the link has been shared to come here behind the scenes and have a conversation with us. I'm not going to be here for too long, but if you come through, I will stay a little longer. Family tree, love, and I'll catch you guys on the other side. Young Cali, baby. Oh, man.